Okay, guys, back at it again. As I said previously, I want to talk to someone this evening. I want to talk to more than one person, more than one person. Let's lend a listening ear. Let's do some self introspection. Because as I started out and I said, if we survive the year 2020, it's now 2023, when that big C came along, and if we survive it, and if we're still standing, we must indeed give God thanks. It's a hard road to travel, and it's a mighty long way to go. But Jesus, the blessed Savior, He will show us the way. I know. It will be many a lonesome journey where many free waters flow. It's a hard road to travel and a mighty long way to go. In this life, we will always have temptations. We'll always have tests. We will always have problems. But how we deal with the problems is what counts. I'm a female, so I can talk for all females, but I can talk as a female. Sometimes in life, I think, or I should say I know, that as females we gossip too much. If you are within, if you have friends and you realize that that person, all they do is gossip, they always have the story to tell. Keep your eyes open. Do not close your eyes. If that person always has the story to tell, keep your eyes open. Do not close your eyes. I have friends that I'm still friends with and will be friends for life. From I was down there, meaning from I was tiny, tiny growing up. And we are still friends up until today day. Up until today day, I will always be friends. Big up yourself, Nadine. Nadine and I coming from a mighty long way. Big up yourself, my neighbors. Big up yourself, Sharon. Big up yourself, my neighbors back home. We live good. Through the street where we're from, we live good. Big up yourself, John. And I come here, and my sister, Sandra Young, she'll always be my sister. Big up yourself, San. Big up yourself, sis. She'll always be my sister. Because your sister is not always your blood. But there are certain friends, or who we choose, or who we choose to call friends, that are not really friends. Some people like hype. Some people like to be seen. And if it means I have to make a story to be seen, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm here to talk to somebody today, or maybe more than one person. That is not good to fabricate stories. Because if you fabricate story, you will not remember sometimes what you said. Because if you speak the truth, you don't have to think about it. But when you fabricate a story, you have to think very hard about it. And there are a lot of fabricating of stories going around. This girl, LL, is not a person of war. It's not in my DNA. Not because I don't know how to. But it's not a part of I choose not to be a warboat. I will live the rest of my life setting an example for my boys, setting an example for others, so that they may see something in me that they want to be. And just as how age is a number, age is a number. We have no control over what year we were born. We have no control over what date we were born. We have no control over what month we were born. Our age is just a number. If you were born yesterday, you have no control over it. If you were born 500 years ago, you have no control over it. What is your number of birth? Do you know your number? What number? Millions of people came on before us. And millions may come after. I don't know when God is coming. But I want to tell someone, or I want to tell more than one people. Friends cannot save us. Gossip cannot save us. Fabricating stories on others cannot save us. How is it that when you and I were friends, those stories never evolve? But as soon as you and I start being friends, those stories are raging. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Who have that experience? Am I talking to somebody today? Let me know. Am I talking to somebody today? You and I are friends and everything was cool. I was not the bad person. But as soon as you and I are not talking, or you and I are not as close as we used to be, I am this bad person, and you know all the stories. You know all the stories, eh? One thing I can do, I can speak for myself. And I will always do. I'll speak for myself, and I'll say nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. My parents had 8 children. 1 is deceased. That means 7 of us are left. If I don't run around looking friends from my siblings, how am I going to run around looking friends from strangers? Tell me how I'm going to do that. It's not going to happen. Not in this life. Maybe in the afterlife, but not in this one. Guaranteed. When, as adults, we go to work, whatever our job description is, wherever we work, work is work. Work is not about going there to look friends. The grounds of work is not some place to come and hype. Work is work. We're all just a number at work. Just a number. Do you know what number you are at work? At your job, wherever you work. Do you know what number you are at your job? No. You're just a number. When your number is played, you can be replaced. I can be replaced. Everyone can be replaced. Because we're all just a number. So whatever job we are in, treat it that way. Use your work and your performance like that of a funeral. When someone dies, you love them to death. You cry. But when they go down in the casket, do you go with them? No. So I'm going to tell someone today. It's not even today, it's tonight. You see, when you come to work, do your job. Do not follow friends. Because when friends are supposed to save you, they will not be able to save you. They will not be able to save you. And when you are out of work and that friend is still at work, do you think every week when they get their pay, they'll say, "Here, you were my good friend. I pay your rent for you." You'll be out of sight, out of mind. Guaranteed. out of sight, out of mind. So I'm just telling someone today, or more than one person, when you go to work, do your work. Do not let your work be a social affair. Because who you think is your friend is not your friend. The person who runs to follow you to the doctor just to get a good name is not your friend. How can she or he be your friend if after he or she follows you to the doctor, you're 24, and they come back and say, my God, she was only 24? I thought she was 42. Or they come back and say, oh my God, she was 27? She looks like 72. Is she your friend? Is he your friend? Huh? No, they're not. I just want to say, you know me, you know me. If you don't know me, you don't know me. But I'm for peace. I'm not for war. Never have, never will be. If you ever get to be close to me, or if you ever get to be near to me, and you see me sit in a corner by myself, whether I'm at work or I'm anywhere, I'm not looking a pity party. Anybody that thinks I'm looking a pity party, you did a wrong addition to the math. Wrong addition to the math. No pity party around here. No pity party around here. Understand? No pity party around here. But what I want to say, especially to the females, because the males are not so bad. Stop fabricating stories. They're going to come back to haunt you. Mark my word. They're going to come back to haunt you. Mark my word. Stop fabricating stories. Stop fabricating stories. Be a motivator by telling the truth. Tell your story. You have a lot to tell. Yeah, you have a lot to tell. That will help to motivate some people. Tell them where you're coming from. Tell them where you're going. Tell them where you are now. Instead of telling them about someone else that are all lies. How does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. Yes, I came inside. I'm not outside. I'm inside now. Yes, I'm inside. I'm inside. Yes, I'm inside my house. Yes. Sitting on my old furniture that I enjoy so much. I love my old furniture. I'm sitting on them. I only can afford the old ones. Some people are very mischievous in life. They're very mischievous. But I'm someone for peace. I'm not for war. Never have, never will be. So I just want to encourage someone, if you're in a circle and you see an individual or individuals always having stories to tell, always coming to you and talking about, LL this and LL that. Keep an eye out on that person. Don't close your eyes. Keep an eye out on that person. If on the other hand, there's another one who is always coming to you with the brunt of the story, saying, you know, LL did tell me this and LL did tell me that. Sometimes stop them in the middle of the track and say, so what did you tell LL? You never tell LL nothing. It was a one-sided conversation. It was a one-sided conversation. You never tell LL nothing. Only LL alone talk. Be wise in your decision making, guys. Be wise in your decision making. I want to big up my co-workers. I want to big up everybody that I work with. Nobody can steal your joy. You control your own joy. Because happiness comes from within. I want to big up all my co-workers. Yes, big up all my co-workers. Big up all the social workers. Big up all the doctors. Big up all the nursing attendants. Big up all the nurses. Big up the nurse manager. Big up all the director of nurses. Big up all the big managements in the hospitals. I want to big up everybody. Everybody. But I also want to talk to some people in work and out of work. Be careful. You see the phone? The phones are our worst enemies. I don't do group calls. I don't do group text. Never have, never will. Am I talking to anybody today? Am I talking to anybody today? I hope I am. I'm not looking any pity party. I want to tell somebody today, you know, back home, when you call somebody bitch as the word, it is referred to as a woman dog. It is referred to as a woman dog. And I'm going to go back in time to a few months back, and I'm going to big up the person who wrote that on my Murano. I don't know where it was written, but it was written. And my son saw it. But I don't use it as a word. I took it as an acronym. What does the acronym mean? BITCH. Let's go with it. Let's teach. B, beautiful. I, individual. T, that. C, causes or creates. H, haters. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell? I hope it does. Never have I ever looked pity. Never will I. Not in this life, maybe in the next one. I will never look pity from no one, because I know how to pray. A prayer a day or more than one prayer a day keeps the devil away. Remember, I told you before, not all storms are there to block our pathways. Some of them are there to clear our pathways, to let us see clearer. But what I want to tell us, and tell anyone that's listening to this, stop creating problems. Stop trying to look bigger than who we are. Because we're nothing. From the dust we came, to the dust we shall return. We saw that today when we put away Planka grandmother. Beautiful send-off. I saw that 8 years ago when I put away my mom and my dad. From the dirt I came, to the dirt I will return. So I just want to tell us, instead of fabricating stories, instead of telling lies, let's use it to elevate others. Don't fabricate stories. Don't tell lies. Don't go around telling people other stuff about other people when you know it's not true? Where is it putting you? When you within yourself have so much to tell them about yourself. Where is it putting you? Am I speaking to somebody? Am I speaking to somebody? There is no fear in these eyes. None at all. None at all. There are no fears in these eyes. As quiet as I am, there are no fears in these eyes. Sometimes we just have to talk, because I will not be quarreling with anybody on the street, nowhere at all. I want to give God thanks for allowing me to be the nurse that I am. I want to give God thanks for building his wall of protection around me. I want to give him thanks for protecting me in my going out and my coming in, and protecting my children in their going out and in their coming in. I want to give him thanks for family. I want to give him thanks for friends. Let us use our times wisely. We don't know when our next calling is, or when our calling will be. But sometimes you just have to talk. And we have to be careful of the web that we form, because that web will come back and tie you up. And when it ties you up, it's going to tie you up from your head to your feet. It's going to tie you up from your head to your feet. Let truth be known. As poor as I am, I'm happy. And I will not buy happiness. Happiness comes from within, right in here, within. With my old furniture, I'm happy. With my new furniture, I'm happy. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell? Who bought it? Yeah? Let me tell you something. People can be dangerous. But in this life, be the best version of yourself. And as I said, be the head and not the tail. Because the tail has to wiggle everywhere the head goes. Can you be your own head today? Be your own head today. Be your own head today. Don't follow the crowd. Don't tell too many lies. You're not telling lies to get yourself out of trouble. You're telling lies to look big. What are you trying to look big on? What's the reason for that? What are you trying to look big on? What are you trying to look big on? Am I talking to somebody? Am I talking to more than one person? Self-introspection. I'm talking to myself too. Yeah? I'm talking to myself. So I want to tell you, when you leave your house and you go out, give God thanks for taking you out safely and bringing you back. When you go to work, do your work. Lift up somebody. Whatever job you're doing. Whatever your job is. Because everybody's job is different. Not everybody was born to be a lawyer. So whatever your job is, embrace it. And make sure you do it to the best of your ability. Right? Make sure you do it to the best of your ability. So as I said, I don't know if anybody will recognize this, but this are Key for Treasures. This is an old hymnal that my mom used to use back in the days when we were growing up, and we used to have to go to church with her. It used to be a hymnal that we sing from in church. We sang from these in church. And I want to encourage someone today. I want to encourage someone today. I just want to encourage you. Be the head and not ever the tail. Be the head and not the tail. I'm going to sing a verse of a song for you. Yeah, I'm going to sing a verse of a song for you. I don't have a great voice, but I can hum. All right? So let's do it. Amazing grace shall always be my song of praise, for it was grace that bought my liberty. I never know just why Christ came to love me so. He looked beyond my faults and saw my needs. I shall forever lift my eyes to Calvary, to view the cross where my Jesus died for me. How marvelous the grace that bought my fallen soul. He looked beyond my faults and saw my needs. If God can look beyond our faults and see our needs, remember, I'm telling you, we have friends. We have enemies. Sometimes when people are calling out to you, they're doing it indirectly. So here I'm saying to one of us, one and all, great and small, look beyond their faults and see their needs. See what your brother is crying out to you for. See what your sister is crying out to you for. Attend to their needs. Have yourselves a blessed night. Sleep well. Say a prayer. Communicate with your God. Communicate with your Creator. Ask Him to forgive you. Ask Him to forgive us. Ask Him to give us the spirit of discernment. He will not give it to everybody. But open your telephone line to God through prayer. I love you all. I don't hate anyone. Even if I'm not talking to you, I don't hate you. I love one and all. God bless you. Have yourselves a great night. Love you all.